I mentioned this before, but one of the reasons why I want to keep this YouTube channel faceless, at least for now, who knows, maybe that'll change in the future, but not anytime soon. Anyways, one of the reasons why I'm choosing to remain faceless is so people really get to listen to my commentating, and I just feel like I get to truly be myself this way. This is like the best way I can represent myself and just the best way I can articulate my thoughts. I don't know what it is, but as soon as I have a camera pointing in my face, like I just instantly freeze up. I start stuttering. I just don't even start making sense. You feel me? Like it's just harder for me to become my actual self and deliver the message that I want to deliver in the most authentic way possible. And I know I can't speak for every single millennial and Gen Zer, but remaining faceless, I feel like I get to somewhat talk about my views as a millennial, and maybe a a good amount of people can relate to it. Because life is tough out here, bro. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know how some people are doing it, but like the everything it's just gone up. It's just insane. Groceries, insurance, rent, you know, anything and everything you can name it. Utilities. If you haven't checked out my previous vid and how I talked about like I'm going through this moving phase, I just wanted to give you guys an update too, man. It was a very long journey. I'm talking about an 18-hour drive. Like, dude, I don't ever want to go through that again, you guys. It was horrible, but I made it, everybody. I made it safely. Yeah, it's just that was an insane drive. There was even a part of it where I I pulled an all nighter the first night driving because it was 18 hours. So I wanted to get as many hours down the road as in the first night, and I couldn't really check into a hotel till like 3 p.m. the next day. So I was very uncomfortable driving in this little space that I had. I literally had just such a small space. I had nowhere that I could lay down and rest my back. Oh man, dude, my back was killing me is an understatement, bro. Like I mean that was it was like an agonizing pain. I just thought to myself like why am I doing this and why do I have so much stuff? It really wasn't even like I had so much stuff. It's just more like my car wasn't big enough. I just needed a big enough car. And that was one of the biggest lessons learned too, is despite being a minimalist, I mean, it was stuff that like you just can't get rid of because it's still valuable things like I'm gonna be able to use in the future. But I had to take it with me, and yeah, so that was rough, man. It was rough, but yeah, there was a time when I was passing through these mountains, and dude, it started snowing on top. And I didn't even know. Like I couldn't predict that it was gonna snow. There was signs saying like drive cautiously because it was a winter weather storm warning, but yeah, nothing said like have chains. And fortunately, I didn't like need chains, but it was one of those situations where like I really had to lock in, bro. Like because there was one point in the highway where you couldn't go on either side because it was just like packed with snow, and you just kind of didn't know like whether it was gonna be icy or not. And I just knew like, yo, my tires, I'm not gonna have my tires hit that white snow. So yeah, but fortunately, like I said, man, we made it. We're here. In a previous vid, I talked about how I'm moving back home to just get stable, and basically to keep it real with you guys, man. I was damn near feeling like in I was like living in poverty, Like for a moment I was like living in my car. It was super cold in the Pacific Northwest. I don't know if you've ever been around Washington area, Oregon area, but it is just freezing around this time. And yeah, I mean, I kind of explained it all too in a an earlier vid talking about just a horrible roommate situation that I went through. I still do feel a little petty about that in some kind of ways, bro, because man, like I try to be, like I said, man, I'm not a perfect roommate by any means, and I know what it is to be guys, bro. Like, we're guys, bro. We typically tend to be a little bit more dirty, right? And I'm not out here trying to ask somebody to be a neat freak, bro, but the place was just absolutely unlivable, to the point where it was affecting my health. So, yeah, I had to get up out of there, and I had to really take this blessing for what it is. I have an opportunity to just get stable, and why not take it? It's funny how while I was on the road traveling, I was thinking life is basically Minecraft. Like, I was pretty much switching biomes. Also, please let me know in the comments if you guys are liking these more long form content vids of me just ranting. Like, I haven't found it yet on YouTube, and maybe it already exists, but I've wanted to find these like long form content, like where, just having somebody rant and talk about life and just relatable things. It's really cool nowadays how, like we as millennials and Gen Zers don't really give a shit about celebrities anymore. I think it's a great thing. It was something about the previous generation that cared so much about, like, back then, dude, it was the older generation that cared a lot about, like, oh, the Kardashian this and this and that. Like, it's awesome that we don't care about things that we just don't relate to no more. Before I continue my rant about just my current life situation, yeah, welcome to my forever world, you guys. Like, I will be talking and discussing more about like the plans of this, but yeah, man, I'm building this humongous compound. So as I talk more about just everything that's been going on in my life currently, yeah, just enjoy the scenery, enjoy the, like just everything that I'm building. Right, I'm just gonna give a quick tour, and yeah, I'm building next to this village too. Let me know in the comments, should I tear down this village, or should I keep the people there? But yeah, just a little bit of what's going on. Oh yeah, also later on in this, I'll probably mention it later on, but I do something so stupid. I tried jumping off this edge over here and hitting the water, but I missed the water, and my dumbass dies. Yeah, I do it like coming up right over here. Again, man, like, this is the real life of a millennial. I'm not no professional gamer. I'm not, like, I really like to play Minecraft from time to time, and I'm just using this gameplay as, it's just interesting visuals, and yeah, hopefully in the future, like, I mean, my future plans and my dream is to be a commentator. Like, I would love to just have my own personal space in a camper where, it's nice and quiet and I can just do what I want to do, man. Like, be a commentator and commentate about current life events and this and that. But, like, I'm also a person that is a realistic like, I'm a realist, and I know that you can't just feed yourself off of dreams. So yeah, man, like, uh as I'm here, I just got here, and I just got to give myself a couple days because, man, like, my ass hurts from sitting way too long being on the road. But I just got to give myself a couple days, but you best bet, like, bro, I'm going to be getting 2 jobs. Fortunately, like, I've already, like, doing what I was doing in Washington, I can do in California, but then I'm also going to get a morning time job. Just keep myself busy. So yeah, like, as far as this goes, like, I don't have like a consistent uploading schedule. I don't have this and that. But what I can tell you is that I for sure will be uploading more because, like, it's just my time right now to lock in and focus on the things I want to focus on. So of course, I'm going to be building this channel on the side, and you'll very much be seeing me more often uploading. But again, man, like, being an adult can't just bank off of this right now, bro. In the future, I would hope to, and please subscribe, dude. It helps your boy get closer to his dreams. But I just know for now, this is, I can't just depend on that. I gotta just do what I gotta do and lock in. It was a bittersweet moment, but I had to leave Washington. Like, I really did. I concluded to myself that I just couldn't handle the the f- rainy season anymore. The constant rain, the constant gray. I mean, that's just it. It is beautiful in its own ways, dude. Don't get me wrong. Washington is so beautiful, the nature, the trees. But if you can describe Washington, that's what it is. It's rain, it's gray, and it's green. That's it. Gray and green. But the grayness just becomes too much. I mean, like, dude, when you go months without even feeling like any warmth on your skin, like it's a difference between like being depressed, but when you're depressed and you can at least like go outside and sit in the sun, take a deep breath, you feel me? I don't know what it is, bro. Shout out to Helios, the sun, the god, the titan of the sun, bro. I swear, man, I worship that guy, bro, because I just need sun. I need sun. Maybe I am the worshiper of sun. You feel me? And if that's what it takes, dude, so be it, bro. Because I just need sunlight, man. Like, you don't have no idea, man. As soon as I got more down south and I was just feeling the warmth on my skin, it was a it was a great feeling, and it was something that I miss. I miss so much. And you guys, like, I really gave it a try. Like, I gave it so many, like, I had so many excuses in my head, and not excuses, like, how do I explain it? I tried staying positive, you know, like, I tried making a lot of adjustments. That's the right word. I made so many adjustments thinking, like, oh, I'll just, like everybody says, oh, take your vitamin D. I took my vitamins, I did this, and I tried the lamp thing. Really, there's nothing that substitutes just that warm feeling of the sun hitting your face, like the abundance of vitamin D you get from the sun. Yeah, I will never take the sun for granted again. Uh, I love Washington, and yeah, shout out to the homies that are there. I'll always visit, bro, because I did make some good connections out there. I met some amazing people, and that's why it also was a bittersweet thing, man, because it was like leaving some awesome people that I met, dude. But I just concluded that, bro, just being born and raised in SoCal, I am a person that very much needs the sun, and it was affecting my health. It things just compound more than people. I mean, it compounded way faster than people could think, bro. Like, in a bad way, and I feel like that's just how life goes, man. Like, life can compound in a good or bad way, and it does it quickly. I'll just give you an example. Like, when I was going through it and I had to move out real quick because of that horrible roommate situation, like, I wasn't getting good sleep. And because I wasn't getting good sleep, I couldn't use the kitchen. I wasn't eating good. Because I wasn't eating good and not getting good sleep, my immune system was probably really down, which got me to get, I mean, it wasn't like probably the sole reason, but just that. And then I was training at the gym. If you don't know, I'm an MMA hobbyist. But yeah, so I was training at the gym, not getting good sleep, not eating good. And people were getting sick. And then I got sick. And then, because of that all compounding together, I probably got sick more than I should have, or probably like I potentially could have, been healthier. Like, had I not had been healthier. So again, things can compound in a positive way or in a negative way. And yeah, just like living in that situation was really affecting my health. And then again, things just stacking up. That, just waking up every day and it being gray and cold, and being sick and just not even be able to, like, man, like, just stick your face out into the warm sun. Like, yeah, things just got so much, and my voice hasn't even fully recovered from it, man. It's a little bit raspy. It's not supposed to sound this way. So yeah, that's actually one of my motivators of, again, thank God that I'm just in a situation where I can be like, just get ahead and just this is my chance to get stable, you guys, and get that dream camper that I've been really needing to. I'm sick of it, bro. Like I need to have my own little space. I need to be able to have that so I can put out more again, things compound. Can put out more content if I have a little space to myself. I can then like take that and like travel and go see the homies back up in Washington and Oregon area. And I know the idea is to dream bigger, right? So I'm not saying like the camper is the end goal, but like, dude, the camper is a great start. Like, and I just need a little space to myself, bro. Like, I'm just manifesting that little 13-foot camper for myself. I just really need a place to sleep. I need a place to cook my food, and I need a place to potentially shower and shit, So, and all that little space just to have, every once in a while, bro. Come on, let's be real here, bro. As an adult, like, who doesn't want company over? And you need space for that. You feel me? Like, in case I gotta, in case I can bring home a date, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, dating right now is absolutely wild for sure. I'm gonna say that, like, um, I'm gonna talk about that maybe in a different vid. Just little rant about that as well. In my previous uh, gameplay commentary I dropped, I did talk about like, just kind of being just being 30 and feeling like I failed in some ways. I know life's not perfect, right? Like none of us are perfect, is what I'm saying. But yeah, just going through breakups and I've been in two very serious relationships and just both of them not working out. Yeah, just being 30 and still single and kind of going through this right now. Just life really hits you in that way, man. I also got a sister. My sister's not that much younger than me. She is like, honestly, it was one of those things where I think about it, bro. My mom had to had gotten pregnant back to back with us. Like, I'm talking about back to back type shit because we're like not even a year and a half apart. But um, again, I am so proud of her, and I really, really am very happy with how life is going for her. But she's one of those few people that seems like in the grand scheme of things, I know you never know like the little nitty gritty like details of everyone's relationship, but it seems like her and her fiance are doing, or not her fiance, bro. They got married. I can't even believe I have, like, that's the thing that trips me out, bro. She's married, like she has a husband. But yeah, it seems like again, you don't know the details, but man, looks like they did it right. Like they met each other young, they finished college together, they both got a job, they both got like little pets and did vacations and got, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff, bro. Like the vacations and the engagement, the wedding, and then they just got a house together, which again, I really am so happy for them, dude. But it's just, yeah, when you like kind of look at your sibling, that just what it seems like, man, they just are living life in a completely, they're experiencing life in a completely different way. Again, relating it to Minecraft, bro, like they're just playing Minecraft in a completely different way than I am. Feel me? Like I'm out here getting slain, bro. Like I'm out here getting killed. No, but in all actuality, I know that you just gotta stay positive. I mean, despite everything that's happened, I can say like I feel blessed that I have an opportunity again to just catch up on life. I will not take it for granted. I'm gonna be locking in and working my hours. Uh, I know it's hard right now for people to, let me know in the comments if you're comfortable sharing it. But I know a lot of people are struggling with the job market. That good old job market, man. Seems like a lot of us are just wanting better for ourselves. I also feel like as I've been getting older, I mean, we all use social media to a certain extent, but I've just been using it less and less. I've noticed that with social media, it's like, you know, of course, why would anybody be posting and sharing about their struggles? But that's just what you see. You see the best parts of people's lives usually through social media. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with if you genuinely are happy and sharing about your accomplishments. I feel like you should be happy for people. But it's just at the end of the day, it's like the comparison thing and the false perception, right? Because I think a lot of us are struggling more than it perceives to be on the internet. So maybe if you're watching this, know that you're not alone. And if you got to move back to and do your thing, hey, it is what it is, bro. We just got to move on and we got to keep building like Minecraft.